9 News on Channel 48. Live lead anchors Robin Fitzwagler and John Jameson. Our meteorologist Schneiderson. And sports broadcaster Tenzi Winkle. With cameraman. Now, National 9 News at 10. Hello and good evening. I'm John Jameson, here with my co-host, Robin Fitzwagler.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Our headlines are coming up at 1:15, but first let's go to our sports broadcaster, Tenzi Winkle.
Today in sports news, North Buncombe football. Let's see what their season's record has been like. Loss, homecoming, loss. Thank you for joining me on sports.
Sounds like a disappointing year in football, doesn't it?
Indeed it does, John.
Let's check in on the weather. How's it looking, Schneider?
It's sunny. Back to you.
Thank you, Schneider. It's always good to hear your weather reports. Over to you.
Tonight, we will be continuing our theme of comparing and contrasting American wars. Tonight's wars will be the fight for Texas independence and the Vietnam War.
That's right.
Yes, it is. We have compiled some videos to show the differences in American tactics during the wars, and we will be narrating throughout for your viewing pleasure. It was Stephen Austin, son of Moses Austin, that led the Texas 300, the first 300 families into Texas.
You know, that's interesting, John. But you know, Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt.
That is correct. Anyways, the first battle of Goliad, the Mexicans slaughtered the Americans after the Americans had surrendered. That's terrible, isn't it?
You know those Mexicans, they're merciless, John.
Yes, they are, Robin.
Wow.
Whoa! We got surrounded!
Surrender!
Yep.
Surrender!
Surrender.
Later on, at the Battle of the Alamo, things were not looking too good for us Americans. The Mexicans outnumbered us greatly at the little church called Alamo. You know, Robin, there were several very influential people at the Battle of the Alamo, such as Davy Crockett.
Davy Crockett? I thought you were just an imaginary figure such as Humpty Dumpty.
No, Robin, he was all too real, and he died.
Born on a mountaintop, Tennessee, greenest state in the land of the free. Raised in the woods, so he knew.
Is Davy Crockett? Davy Crockett! Is Davy Crockett?
Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
No!
While it's a shame that the Texans lost the Battle of the Alamo, they came back and defeated the Mexican general Santa Anna in the next battle and won Texas's independence.
You know, the Alamo will be remembered.
It will. What a great story. Now, we're going to cut to commercial break, right, Robin?
Right you are, John.
Hi, it's Jamie with the Whack Chop. You're going to be whacking your cares away all day with the Whack Chop. Are you ever sitting around at home and all you have to eat is a banana? Chop, 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 chop. Skin comes right off of that tasty banana. Do you have picky eaters? I do. Do your kids not eat their vegetables because they're so dang boring? This carrot will be transformed into a delicious healthy meal thanks to the Whack Chop. One chop, you got 3 carrots. 2 chops, you got more carrots. 3 chops, you're gonna have a lot of carrots. You get the idea. Do you ever find yourself in need of a delicious sandwich, but all you have is deli sliced ham? put this baby in the whack chop, and 1, 2, 3, you've got yourself some diced ham. Slap that on a sandwich and eat it. Genius! Kids these days, all they want to do is eat cake. You don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. Nonsense. I've got the slap chop. All you need, some flour, a little bit of chocolate, and an egg. Put it in the slap chop. Chop it just for a bit. I mean, it's not even put it in the oven. You're just chopping it. After a few seconds of chopping, you've got cake.
Delicious.
In this extraordinary offer, you get not only the slap chop, you get not 1, but 2 spoons. And as our free gift to you, you will receive 1 unbreakable black comb.
Just for 17 payments of $14.99, you'll get all of this wonderful stuff. But if you're not completely satisfied, just return the whack chop and the unbreakable black comb, but you can keep the 2 spoons.
Whack chop! You'll be whacking your cares away with Whack Chop!
Now that we've learned the fascinating details of the fight for Texas independence, let's move on to the Vietnam War. You know, the Vietnam War was also called the Second Indochina War.
What's that, John? It was fought in China.
No, Robin, no. It was fought in Cambodia, Laos, and of course Vietnam. You know, it started in September of 1959. Horrible year for our American troops. You know, communist North Korea was fighting against the South Korean government, along with South Korea's various allies, which was us.
John, I don't understand.
That's why we have these explanatory videos.
Oh, good.
The Vietnam War was fought in the jungles, in the various horrible, harsh terrains in Vietnam that Americans were just not used to. It was brutal out there, Robin. But they used a new style of warfare, guerrilla warfare.
Sounds hairy, John.
It was, Robin. Indeed. Now, as you can tell by this very detailed topographical map, the U.S. troops marched southward along this river, but experienced great loss at this battle. Robin, would you care to help me?
Well, I would, John, but I seem to be bat-cuffed.
That's a problem, Robin.
Indeed, John.
America entered this war, sweet taste of victory on their lips. But after suffering some brutal losses in the humid and dense jungles of Vietnam, they had to accept the retreat and the defeat.
Defeat is a bitter taste that tastes pretty sour, John. Indeed.
So Robin, after watching those 2 highly educational films, did you notice any similarities and differences between the 2 wars?
Well, John, I did notice that neither one of them was fought on American soil.
True. However, America was more familiar with the land in Texas, while we were completely unaccustomed to the land in Vietnam.
A valid point.
Yes, it is. So for National 9 News at 10, this is John Jameson and Robin Fitzwagler.
Signing off, America,
Canada, Narnia, Norwegia,
Middle Earth,
and those above the Arctic Circle.